What, you expected me to say something after I start recording? Huh? Is it like my intro that you're expecting me to say? What? I don't know. Sorry. That was just really dumb, but I thought it was funny because I'm a loser. But anyway, hello Adepts, it is me, Tiger Wrath, and today is Monday, the beginning of the week, and the day I said I would give you a redstone creation. And now, you'll see that there's 3 doors behind me. And remember how I said it? The Monday will be happiness. MH. What could it stand for? It stands for the Monty Hall problem. And the Monty Hall part of it is MH. And so yeah, I am now showing you my concept for it. So because it was apparently kind of weird taking notes and then like having to tab out every time I record. Speaking of, I need to check my notes. No, I'm kidding. So, because of that, what I now do is I'm now going to try doing. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna do my notes in Minecraft. So first, gonna do my intro, then the description of the Monty Hall problem. So the Monty Hall problem. It's on page 8. Is it? No, it's on 5. Okay. So the Monty Hall problem is pretty much based on there being 3 doors. 2 have sad goats behind them, in this case sheep, and 1 has a shiny car. After choosing a door, another door than the one you chose is opened that has a goat behind it. You are then given the choice of keeping your original answer or swapping to the other unopened door. You might think it's a 50-50 chance either way, but you're actually more likely to win if you swap your door. Now this has been proven through testing by like Mythbusters, and it's also been proven mathematically by the same people. There's other people who have proven it too. It's just I used to watch Mythbusters, and this is one of the episodes I remember. Ahem. Okay, so I'll show you an example of a game here. So I'll press the start button, choose your door. I'll choose door 2. I'll have a 1 door that has a sheep behind it. Do you want to keep your choice, or do you want to switch to the other door? So I'm gonna switch. There's a goat behind it. So Monty Hall's talking. Do you want to keep your choice? Did you win? If you did, enjoy your new shiny car. Steering is sold separately. If not, you can only walk home with what little dignity you have left. If you want to play again, go ahead and press the reset button and start all over. So I tried having actual doors like this, but they don't like to be working. I even tried block updating them. Doesn't do anything. So like, because for some reason when I unpower them, they still act as if they're powered. And I've tried just like taking them off and like placing doors back, but then what happens is after I place the doors back, then if I do block update them, like by placing redstone block or something under them, then they just break. And also I can't fit actual redstone under it, because under it I already have redstone, which would get activated if I did do that. Oh, and I'm sorry, I'm in my resource pack. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh my god. I forgot. Don't be in resource pack while doing redstone things. So, now that you've seen that example, I'm gonna reset again, just in case. Short size explanation. Okay, so basically what happens is after you press start, that activates a randomizer. That decides which of the 3 doors has a pig behind it, and a shiny car behind it, and activates the summoning of the shiny car and sheep. Afterwards, it gives a scoreboard to the door that has a car in it. After that, if you step on a pressure plate, the door you chose gets a score of chosen door. Then, a door is open that has a score of 0 inside of both chosen door and car door. Then, you can choose again, and the door that you chose is open. So, by the way, I'm using a mod made by, like, it's not you won't need a mod for playing, but I'm using a mod made by Crushed Pixel that really helps while coding. You'll see, like, it's like the area for putting commands in is longer, and also it'll like highlight some text and stuff like that. So I will now get into the redstone. So first, whenever you press start, it sets the redstone block right here, and this is kind of using my wireless redstone trick that I think I showed you guys previously whenever I was doing redstone. And you see it sets block air. So it'll place a redstone block here, and it'll set it block back to air, and so that'll set out 1 pulse. And using the new dispenser with command block thing that is inside of Minecraft 1.8. It'll place one of 3 command blocks. Each are going to set a redstone block in one of these areas. So if it sets a block here, which is also setting it to air, it's going to set the car behind door number 1. Over here it's door number 2, and then over here it's door number 3. So so what happens is, after that, over here what will happen is it'll clone this this dispenser over here. And so what that'll do is that'll refill this, because this already has the stuff in it. And then what it will do is, yeah, see, that's the shiny text. It's so useful. So what happens is it'll summon a pig inside the first door with the name Shiny Car. It has a saddle and it's silent. So I make them silent because I don't want anyone standing next to the door and just being like, oh yeah, okay, so there's a pig behind this one because I can hear it. There's a sheep behind this one. There's a sheep behind that. Okay, I'm gonna choose this one. You know, I don't want people doing that because that's cheating. Alright, and over here it's like the sheep and stuff, so I'll skip that. And then over here it'll set at E, type equals armor stand, name is door 1, car door 1. So all these armor stands actually have names. If I do entity data, I'm trying to remember, at E, type equals armor stand, and then R equals, let's do 10. Then custom name visible 1. There, ta-da! So you can actually see their names. So the only reason I stopped is just because you can see it through the wall, and that's kind of weird. So this is door 1, this is door 2, this is door 3, and this is where I'm usually like executing a lot of commands, like they're really important to the redstone. So you'll see if I skip through this, so it'll set the IE type is car door 1, so that door has a car behind it, so that's going to be the score. And over here it'll set the other ones to 0 just in case, and then Monty Hall will say choose your door in the color gold. And then it's pretty much just copy paste everywhere, except for like there's different areas, like this is different coordinates than this one here. And you'll see it's just like that is pretty much the only difference, except for also the scoreboard is door 2 is car door 1, stuff like that. So, and then what happens is so after that you can choose a door. So I will go down here into the guts of this, and so after you press on pressure plate, it will set the scoreboard of everything to chosen door 0, and then it'll set the one that you chose to 1. Now the reason it sets all of it to 0 first is because if it was set to if it didn't, then whenever you swap your door, because this uses the same command blocks, it might keep, like if you didn't keep your answer, it would change both to be chosen door, and that wouldn't really work with the command block creation. So it'll do that, and then after that it will set a redstone block over here. And remember how I said I wanted to include squid in all of my contraptions? Yeah. So originally I was gonna have squid be the thing other than pigs, but they kind of suffocated to death in the wall, and that was bad. So what happens is after that it'll place a redstone block here, and then this will do the custom little air thing, make it 1 pulse, and it'll go through this. So this is a test 4 command, a test if it's like your first time. So I named this little squid here Sad Squid Score Setter. I could have just named it like Squid Score Setter or something like that. Could name it something smaller, but that would be less alliteration. And so yeah. And then I have a scoreboard called Sad Squid. Now remember, I'm using scoreboards here, so like if you want to try to recreate this, you have to remember to make it like, so I have Sad Squid, I have Card Door, and Chosen Door. So Sad Squid is pretty much deciding your turn, like your turn, like whether you've already placed the block or not, like chosen a door. So it'll test for at E. That's a squid. Its name is Sad Squid Score Setter. And it'll test for that it has a score of 0 inside of Sad Squid and only 0. This makes it so the minimum 0, this maximum. So yeah. Now what happens is the output. So the way test 4 commands work, I have to hook it up to a monostable circuit. I'll explain that in a second. So the way test 4 commands work is whenever they're powered, if they have an output, they'll keep outputting until they're powered again and it's false. So I hooked it up to a monostable circuit, which pretty much turns in Redstone turns a long pulse into a short pulse. And the way it works is like this just lifts up the piston and powers this for a second, and then just powers this diagonally. And this is lifted up, so it doesn't power this after one pulse. And then it'll activate this, and it'll set a block. That's a redstone block down here if it's your first time. And what'll happen is it'll have text. I'll open one door for you that has a sheet behind it, and then after a little bit of delay, it will set a block. This will do it execute at an armor stand with score of chosen door 0 and the score of car door of 0, and a count equals 1. So what this basically does is it selects any armor stand that wasn't chosen by you and doesn't have a car behind it, and the count equals 1 is in case, like, if you chose the door that has a car behind it, then it will only choose one of the doors. So that way you don't get mixed up to where like both doors are opening and then it's like, oh, well this one has the car behind it. And it will just set a redstone block down below, and then over here it will fill in the wool, and then over here it'll set the score of sad squid to 1. So that way next time we'll know it's your turn. And then after a decent bit of delay, Monty Hall will say, do you want to keep your choice or do you want to switch to the other door? And then, after you go and activate one of these, you'll go back up here, and it will and this one will output, because this is looking for a score of 1 and only 1, instead of 0 and only 0. It'll output, go through the monostable circuit, place a redstone block up here. And up here, it'll do a little set block thing. I didn't have a sign on this one, but that's okay. So what will happen is, it'll look for any armor stand with a score of chosen door of 1 and only 1. It'll set a redstone block under it. This is basically doing like the same thing as before, and then it'll fill the air to and it'll fill the wool with air, so that just deletes the block. Then it'll say, did you win? If you did, enjoy your new shiny car. Steering sold separately. If not, you can only walk home with what little dignity you have left. Color gold. And then I try to make some delays so that like it's not rapid text, but still rapid anyways. It's like, if you want to play again, go ahead and press the reset button and start all over. And then it'll set, and this part is just to like unpower both of these, even though it should work if I don't. It's just kind of a just in case sort of thing. So this will set the scoreboard of the squid to 2. Now remember, that's looking for 0 and only 0. It's looking for 1 and only 1. So if it's 2, it won't get any of them. And then it'll set a redstone block down there, and since it won't activate any of them, it'll turn off their output, because remember the thing I said about test 4, if they're incorrect, then they'll stop their output. And then it will set the scoreboard to 0. So that is everything. It's a lot to go over, but it actually turned out a lot smoother than I thought it would become. And that's really awesome. See, look, squid, and not squid. Shiny car. Steering is actually sold separately, but luckily I am rich and I bought steering, but it's not working because Pig doesn't want to be steered. Come on. Hey, there you go. So yeah, now you can cruise around in your shiny new car that you earned from playing Let's Make a Deal with Monty Hall. That's the name of the game show, if that helps you guys, remember things from the good old days or something like that. Or, oh my god, I'm Exorcist. Whee! Or if you guys remember that game show or something like that. Because that's where this is from. Oh, and also, I forgot to go over the reset. The reset has so many commands, it's very sad. This is just some of my notes just in the back, just in case. There's lots of commands here. It's slightly more messy than, the rest. So, do I just have to remove all, the redstone on top so I can, read these commands to you guys? It's pretty simple, but I'm going to read them anyway, because that's how I am. Alright, so over here, it'll fill the wool, so it'll do that. Then over here, it'll set the scoreboard of the squid to 0, just in case. over here it'll set the sandstone so it's not like redstone blocks. And then it'll set a scoreboard of all the armor stands to 0 for the car door thing. And then over here it'll TP all sheeps that are named Sad Sheep down 300 blocks. Oh, and over here it'll set all the names of chosen door to 0, so that way you didn't choose any yet. And then over here it'll also wait, where's the one that there's one that also teleports any pig named Shiny Car down 300 blocks. So doing that with the Sad Sheep and the I'm looking for it. Doing that with the Sad Sheep and the pigs will basically teleport them to the void, and they're also far enough away that they'll despawn. Well, they won't despawn because of their farness away, because they're named, but they will despawn because they're in the void, and that will kill them which will even works because they're invulnerable, and it will also has a nice side effect of not dropping anything because they're in the void. And so you'll see they disappear, and then all this happens, and it's very nice and happy. Because if I did a simple like /kill command, then that would just kill them, and then they would still drop their meaty bits. Ta-da! Like happiness, and like I'm just gonna play it like a little bit, and then just like show you guys how it works. Here, every other time, I'll keep my door, and then like I'll also swap my door while I do this. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna stop being quiet now. But thank you all for watching. There will be a download link in the description, as well as I will I'm gonna try putting up something called a card in YouTube. It's a new thing that works with mobiles too, though you can't use this save on your mobile because it's not how it works. But yeah, I'm gonna put a card, and so it should oh, oops. Okay. So oh, this is the one that teleports the pigs down. Okay. But it should pop up, like, I'm not gonna point to where it is on screen or anything, but at the moment it's on the top right. It's like a little circle with an eye inside of it. But I'm just not gonna point because since it's a new feature and this is YouTube, it's probably going to be moved around, and that's bad. If I'm just like, oh yeah, the cards are up here, and then it's like, oh no, they're not. So if you click on the dot, then like the eye with the circle around it, then it'll have the link, and it'll also be in the description for everyone. I'll also maybe have an annotation for those people less familiar with things. Here, wait. Here. I'll like look at wool. No, clay. Clay, not wool. I'll have clay. Sorry. Click the green square, and that will also bring you to the download link. I'm gonna do that here. From right now on, I'll just be staring at this, and then if you click on the green, then it'll bring you to the download link, and I'm being really fancy, so go download it, and you can play for yourself. Because it is actually pretty neat, and it did take me a while to make this. Like, it was Easter weekend and stuff, and I'm just sitting down working on this instead of spending time with my family, because this is more important. No, I'm kidding. But I did do it over Easter weekend a decent bit too, though. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, remember to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. All these things do help me out a lot. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!